Well, good afternoon. Welcome to TechTip 54. Today I wanted to show you guys something that we learned when we took King's Pride apart. King's Pride was built in like 1982, and when we disassembled the steering and dropped the rudder off of the boat, we discovered that there was a fair amount of corrosion underneath the radial drive. This is an aluminum part, and just below that is the packing collar, or the compression collar for the packing gland that keeps the ocean on the outside, and that's made of copper. And the one thing I know for a fact is that when you mix copper and aluminum and seawater, you make a very effective corrosive battery. And it's completely unseen because of the way this sits inside the boat. It was set up in a way that wasn't convenient for servicing. So the rudder post and where that bearing goes through the hull and everything, that is above the water line. So it's not like it's more of in a splash zone. But it doesn't mean that the ocean doesn't try to come in from time to time. And over the 30 years or so of the boat, 40 years, the packing dried out and it was allowing water to free communicate. The salt water would pick up copper ions and things and transfer them onto the aluminum, and then the aluminum would just disappear. So to remedy that, with our revision of King's Pride, we're going to put a new packing ring in, which we're doing right now as we speak. And then we're also going to add a Zerk fitting, an ability to put grease and inject grease into the bearing cavity around the rudder. So hopefully that'll also stop the water from wanting to ingress, and if it does, it's going to at least have grease, and hopefully that'll help keep the packing from drying out. That's our first line of defense, keep the water out. And then the new radial drive, which is this beauty right here, we're going to take this rubber washer that we just finished building, and I'm going to set it above the copper, this rubber washer, and then that's going to sit underneath the radial drive like so it will prevent water from spraying out, doing that transfer corrosion onto the radial drive. Now, one other thing that I should mention, this is bare aluminum. This is at least has a coating on it. So there's some upgrades to the protection of the aluminum there, but I'm going for that extra level by having a gasket washer inside there, a rubber washer, to keep the water from wanting to go onto the aluminum. It's not spec'd out anywhere. I don't know for sure that it's going to work, but hopefully it'll make a nice upgrade. And 20 years from now, if the guy decides he wants to drop the rudder, he can get in there, and hopefully he won't have to buy a whole new radial drive because of maintenance. So, well, thanks for listening, and you have a great day out there. Thank you.